Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to the second part of the show. It is Women's Month and we are showcasing phenomenal women in our communities, and we really do need to showcase them for you to realize that we are a community on the go with all of the amazing sisters within our sphere. The amazing woman I will be talking to within a minute or two is Bibi Amina Phili. She is the CEO and founder of the Support a Sister Foundation, and she also is with Al Ansar Radio. So do join me in welcoming this dynamic young lady to the show this morning to talk to us about life, to talk to us about the foundation, to talk to us about what media means to her and her radio show on Al Ansar. Assalamu alaikum to you. Welcome to the program, dearest sister Amina Phili. You're going to talk to us today about leading with heart. Welcome.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Thank you so much for having me.
You're quite a young woman, and I'm amazed that someone of your age, young age that is, has already started a foundation reaching out to other sisters, and it is called Support a Sister Foundation. What is this all about? And when we look at the active word there, support, how do you support sisters in our communities?
Bismillah, if I may begin. So as you also put it so beautifully, alhamdulillah, I am Bibi Amina, a radio and media personality with over 10 years of experience in the industry. Now, being a part of this industry has obviously given me a lot of room to grow and be a part of a fantastic, beautiful community. Now, the journey of the Support a Sister Foundation is a big part of my life. And our journey began with my late father, who was not only my parent, but also my mentor and my closest friend and my best friend. And so we started this organization with a feeding scheme because we saw a gap that we could obviously fit within our very own community. That's where the support comes in. And over time, our mission through the, obviously holistic support and education, as well as community building, my father's legacy continues to inspire me, and committing to obviously carrying forward his vision while creating new initiatives to uplift and amplify the voices of women in our very own beautiful community.
Let's look at, as I've indicated just now, the active word is supporting the Sister Foundation or supporting a sister. How do you identify sisters in need? What sort of need would that be? Earlier on you spoke about through the mentorship of your dad, you had a feeding scheme, and also, just creating, hopefully, a safe space for sisters. How much wider does the foundation serve sisters in the community?
Like how they say every strong woman has a strong man behind them. That's where my father comes into place. And when it comes to supporting women, we know you're a mother, I'm a mother, and coming through in a society where we see the gaps, where we talk about, let's talk about menstrual cycles, pads, giving these types of things to individuals who can't. Now, a lot of people would say pads should be free, and I totally agree. So as a Support a Sister Foundation, we have many different drives that we focus on uplifting the female, empowering the woman, giving them that skill that they can teach, because we know that the woman is our very first maktab, our very first madrasa, where we learn from our mothers, our beautiful mothers. So our mark that we want to put into society is just starting from the woman. And so that's where we come through to support females of different races, different backgrounds, giving them that edge, that empowerment, that tool, that self-sufficiency. Because as a Support a Sister Foundation, we want to break that poverty cycle where we don't want to see our mothers begging on the streets. We want to see them, empowering each other, even if it means by going for sewing classes or learning how to, use a computer so that they can teach the next generation.
What are the biggest challenges you've been faced with thus far, and how long is the Sisters Foundation running? And when we look at the challenges, are there thoughts in place to circumvent those so that we can be more proactive as far as the foundation is concerned?
Now, I believe with everything, there are always challenges. But alhamdulillah, starting the foundation wasn't easy because it was literally just my father and myself. But obviously, with my parents' guidance and our shared vision kept us going. And we faced, obviously, like many different organizations, when you first start, it's the funding, it's the logistic hurdles, because I don't drive. My father, he used to drive us around. But may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant him Jannah, he passed away. So it's like I basically alone. So, but alhamdulillah, I do have a very good team behind me. My very good friend, Muhammad Anis, my brother Imran, my other brother Asif, always coming through, making sure that they're always assisting and, coming through. So we faced, like I said, funding challenges, logistic challenges, but obviously I overcome that by surrounding myself with a dedicated team and building strategic partnerships around. Now, we do know that we cannot grow without being a part of something or a community. And we have, alhamdulillah, very amazing sister organizations that have come on board to assist us, even if it means just giving us things in kind to go to these places and assist. So, I think, the main thing is just staying focused on your mission and also engage with our community, listening to their needs and adapting our approach, to best serve the community as well as to best serve them.
Bibi, Amina, talk to us about your current work that you're doing amongst the community. You alluded to the sanitary packs, but how many women or how many sisters are you able to assist on a monthly basis? And what else are you doing apart from the sanitary drive?
Okay, so alhamdulillah, we have been fortunate to have some generous individuals that they don't like us to call them donors. So generous friends that have come on board to be a part of this because this organization is relatively small. We started in, if I may say, 2020, just before the COVID hit. So that was the time where we came up with this. So alhamdulillah, not only do we give out sanitary pads, we also assist young mothers that have little infants that take special formulas or just need simple things like nappies. So we're doing our little part in the community. We assist close to 500 women monthly. So alhamdulillah, we do have a hostel that we support. We do have an orphanage home that we support as well, alhamdulillah. So inshallah, we're just hoping that, the Supporter Sister brand can touch hearts one step at a time, inshallah.
Subhanallah. How has this work of yours shaped your journey going forward? And a little later on, I do want to focus on your media work. But for now, the Sisters Foundation, and with the support of your father, Allah grant him Jannah. But when he passed away, did you think that all of this is going to come to a standstill? Or just knowing that, in his memory, if you continue this work, there'll be more rizq and barakah in the type of work you do and touch and change that many more lives?
So when my father passed away, it came like a storm, like I was hit. How am I going to do? But alhamdulillah, my father has raised a very strong woman, very strong-willed as well. So I think he did a fantastic job there. So when he passed away, it was tough. It was hard. I didn't know how I was going to do it. But I said, this can be like sawab jariyah for my father, because he was part of the idea, the initial idea of coming forth and doing these feeding schemes and going to all these places. So, leading the Supporter Sister Foundation has been a transformative experience, subhanAllah. It's deepened my understanding of the complexities of women and of the people that can't or don't have, and the importance of, intersectional support. I've learned that empowerment isn't just about, individual success, but about creating a collective movement that uplifts all women and all individuals. Yes, we are called the Support a Sister Foundation, but we also assist men. But our core focus is the woman, is the girl child. So there's so many more things that I have, inshallah, under my sleeve when it comes to the Support a Sister Foundation, is to create a space where girls can go to school and have their schooling paid for, or have different business skills that they can learn from, and then they can grow, inshallah, because I think that's what we want to do as a Support a Sister Foundation.
Inshallah, let's go for an ad break. When we come back, we'll continue talking to an amazing woman, and that, of course, is Bibi Amina Phili. She is the CEO and founder of the Support a Sister Foundation. She is one of the phenomenal women we are accolading right here on Hilaal TV in the month of August, which is Women's Month. Welcome back. It is Women's Month, and we are paying tribute to another powerful woman on Hilaal TV today, and that, of course, is Bibi Amina Phili, based in KZN. She has started the Support a Sisters Foundation. She's doing amazing work in the communities that she works within, and she's also a radio personality. But let's talk more about her work and her challenges. Welcome back, Bibi Amina. And when I look at a young, dynamic woman like yourself, we have touched on some of the challenges that you are faced with, but I also wonder about when you go into the townships and try assisting the women there. Is it also an opportunity for you to do dawah? And how are you received when you do this dual-pronged approach to support and inshallah dawah at the same time?
So alhamdulillah, when we go into these townships, when individuals that are a part of these townships, when they see females like me, just like this, they question and they want to know. I think the power that comes with everything is knowledge. The fact that these individuals, they don't know. So when we go to these spaces, we also do a little bit of dawah. So we go with imagine a group of women cloaked, wearing full hijab. Obviously, it'll be like a bit of a head turner in these communities because they actually don't know much about Islam and women and why we dress like this. So when we are doing the distributions, there are questions that come about, alhamdulillah. We also do, dawah programs as well. And alhamdulillah, within the years, many Muslims or many individuals have accepted Islam under the Support a Sister banner. And it makes us proud to continue doing these things and going within these communities because we know that this benefits them and they do obviously appreciate the fact that we come there. But all in all, it's the overwhelming love and the overwhelming support that we get from these communities. You would think that, perhaps maybe you'd be shunned away because you are a little bit different. But alhamdulillah, I think that's what makes us go every single week or every single month and keep on doing these initiatives is the support we get from the community, the love and the appreciation that we get from them, that makes us, it fulfills us. It gives us some sort of, some sort of fulfillment. So that's why we keep doing it, and we'll keep doing it, inshallah.
Subhanallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept from you. I think it's absolutely amazing. You spoke about the fact that, alhamdulillah, through your dawah work, you have managed for a lot of these women to take the shahada. That must be truly amazing and uplifting for you. But what other moments during your dawah work and your upliftment work stands out for you that makes you feel this is worthy, this is work that is meaningful, I'm making a difference and I should and must carry on?
Julie, if I may deviate, when you are sitting alone in your room and you're asking yourself, what is my purpose in life? What am I supposed to do? What impact am I supposed to do in life? And then when you finally found it, you want to hold it on very tightly so you can take it with you. But working within the Support Assist Foundation, I don't see myself as a CEO or this or that. I see myself as a servant of Allah and as a worker for the community. But there are two memorable moments, or two moments that just stand out to me. The first one was when we first launched our feeding scheme in the local community. Subhanallah, the joy and enthusiasm for the community were overwhelmed. And it brought actually tears to my eyes because we take for granted. Sometimes when our mothers cook something, we don't want it, we put it in the fridge and it stays in the fridge for weeks and nobody eats it. But these people were so grateful for the meals that we provided, for the help and assistance that we gave them. And because of that, it was so overwhelming. And it honestly brought tears to our eyes. And seeing this firsthand, the struggles they faced, made us want to do more and, contribute to give to these individuals, but not making them dependent. Like I said earlier on, teaching them a skill, going to their communities, planting for them, letting them see how to plant, letting them learn how they can reap the benefits of what they sow, quite literally. And the second memory for me is when we assisted a school with a bread initiative, when we started our bread initiative. Now we started providing bread to a primary school in the far coast, and it made a huge difference. Students weren't attending school because they were lacking the regular meal or the breakfast or the morning meal, and they didn't have a proper meal at home. So it would obviously affect their learning. They wouldn't come to school. But when they started receiving bread, they began attending school more regularly. It was heartwarming to see that, the impact of literally something as small as bread for us, and this little initiative had these kids, assisting them going to school, and knowing that we were a part of sending a child to school, a girl child to school, children to school, it made us really happy, alhamdulillah.
Subhanallah. We are living in very tough economic times, and lots of charitable, huge international and national charitable organizations are bemoaning the fact that there just isn't enough money going around to do more and more upliftment work. How is it in your situation, the people that help you fund all of these feeding schemes and garden schemes, etc.? What do you believe is making you continue this work, and what's going to happen if funding dries up?
But alhamdulillah, the good thing about the Support Assist Foundation, or about the foundation, is that it was self-sufficient for many years. For, I think, the first 2 years, I used to take it from my own money. My parents used to, our family members, we used to do it on our own. So when my friends, alhamdulillah, they saw, oh, this is what Bibi Amina is doing, and they wanted to jump on it. And that's what actually forced me to have to register the organization. So we registered in 2020. So even if donors aren't there, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the provider. He will always give. And, as speaking about this is one thing that just sticks out. When I was quite young, my father used to say, don't be afraid to give even if you don't have. Now, my father, he was someone who was so kind, and he would give his own clothes off his own back just to give somebody else. And we would question that, Dad, you don't have, but you're giving. He says, never be afraid of poverty. Even if you don't have, you must take out, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will always enrich your pocket if you give. So with us, we believe, even if the money dries out, we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to provide from somewhere and some way, and that will keep the word and the voice of the supporter sister alive.
Alhamdulillah, he is the sustainer, is he not? Let's then wrap up by talking about your journey into media, particularly Al Ansar Radio.
Oh, Radio Al Ansar I've been a part of the radio station for over a decade. And, I've had the privilege of engaging with women from, diverse backgrounds and giving them a platform. And my role in media allows me to amplify the impact, not only about the foundation work, raise awareness about issues women face. Because I find myself a bit awkward today because I'm usually the one asking the questions. But alhamdulillah, it's so good to be on the other side. But being a part of radio, I have to say thanks to Mr. Basha, Shabir Basha, who has always been a part of, or rather, who has honed me and made me part of this media enterprise or organization, as well as my dear colleague now, the head of the afternoon jam, Fahim Jamada, who has seen the potential to put me on and bring me on. So being a part of Radio Al Ansar has just been a blessing, and I'd like to thank everybody that has been a part of this journey. There's still lots to come. So, yeah, alhamdulillah.
If you were given carte blanche
Ooh.
to manage and given lots of money to take the Sisters Foundation to the next level, what would that be?
Oh, that would be, I would say, amazing. I think we all wish, oh, I wish I had $1 million. If I had $1 million, I would do this. But if I truly had a lot of money or was gifted something as such, I would truly focus on the education of the females, not only the circular education, but I think the Islamic education for females is really needed. And the support. A lot of people feel that you can just do things on your own, but actually we actually need support. And when we have support, like my father is my perfect example, as my mother is, look how I am. I'm not so bad, am I?
Absolutely, and we're going to wrap up now. Bibi, Amina, Phili, I think you're doing phenomenal work. We here at Hilaal TV and women collectively all around the country salute you. Keep up the amazing work, because I always think about the starfish analogy, when the person didn't want to pick up the starfish, thinking that it's not going to make a difference, but it does. Every small act of kindness makes a huge difference in someone's life. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you to continue this amazing work, and enjoy your radio work till the next time that you and I do connect up again. Keep us in your du'as. Assalamu alaikum to you.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah, and thank you so much for having me.
And that's where we leave it for today, celebrating amazing women within our communities and in our country this Women's Month, this August. Please look out for more such interviews coming to you right here from Hilaal TV, Women's Month and amazing women. Till the next time, as always, Khuda Hafiz.